Hi, I'm Denise Gagne. I'm here today to go over the pre-K to middle school learning modules or lesson modules for February week 1. This is lesson 20. So I'm going to go first. I'm on the classic musicplayonline.com website. I'm going into online learning and I'm going to select pre-K. So in this, we start with It's Music Time and kids sing the echo. The body moves song. Here's our outline. The lesson guide is done for this lesson. Our objectives are given as I can statements. So body moves is a fun video where you do exactly what the video tells you to do.
Move your eyebrows up and down.
Really good for kids to learn lots of different parts of the body. As pre-Ks, they may not know eyebrows, they may not know wrist or elbow, so there's lots of new learning in there. Then we review the Whoops Johnny game from last week. Johnny, 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 Johnny. Whoops, Johnny, whoops, Johnny, 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 Johnny. And you do the names of all the kids in your class, and you ask the kids, do you want it fast or slow? Sarah, 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 whoops, Sarah, whoops, Sarah, 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 Sarah. Daddy finger is another finger play. Isolating the fingers in these plays is really good for pre-K kids. It helps develop fine muscle coordination. Many kindergarten teachers talk about kids who come to school and they can't even use a pair of scissors. So if we do lots of finger plays in pre-K, we'll work on that fine muscle coordination. Then we do the short letter U. Short letter U says ah, 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 ah. Ah, ah, ah. Short letter U says ah, 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 like Uncle Underwear. Now, if underwear songs offend you, we have an alternate, Umbrella Birds, or if underwear songs are not appropriate for your school community. So there's two options given, but the Uncle Underwear song is a favorite. The Umbrella Birds song is also really good, and actually we were able to use same melody and echo song in Umbrella Birds as well. So again, makeup moves for the Umbrella Bird. Umbrella birds are quite unique. They have a cover atop their beak. So same melody as Uncle Underwear. If that fits your community better, then you use that. Complete the letter U worksheets or just have the kids practice on a plain piece of paper, printing the letter U. This is the start of songs for Valentine's Day in February. The more we get together, and in this one, we've left spaces for you to sing the names of the children in your class. So that's a nice one to do. If you're on Zoom, of course, you can sing. If you're in person and you're not allowed to sing, I think you're going to have to leave this song out. So I Like Valentine's is an echo song. Again, easy to learn. It actually uses a very similar format to I Made a Snowman. Now it's I Like Valentine's. So the melody is going to be in the kids' ears already if you have done it with them. But they like this, and then I make lots of actions to go with it. You can see my actions here in the video. Then we do a Valentine game, and this Valentine game is great for our younger kids. I find a heart, and I always have hearts in my rhythm bag, so I always have them around. And we choose one child to hide their eyes and be the guesser. We give the heart to another child, and we sing, Valentine, Valentine, who has the Valentine? And the one with the heart sings, I have the Valentine. And the guesser tries to guess who it is. So great guessing game opportunity for kids to sing alone. If you're on Zoom, you have the guesser hide their eyes on camera, and you have the person who gets the heart unmute so that they can hear and sing by themselves. And this is really fun to do with preschool children. These are age 3, 4, 5 in this class, and it takes them a little while to figure it out. Then I suggest making patterns with your colored hearts and do word rhythms with them. Red, red, yellow, blue. You could red, red, yellow, blue. You could clap them. You could pat them. Red, red, yellow. You could take an instrument and you could play them. red, red, yellow, blue, red, red, yellow, blue. Then you can use the Valentine song as an A theme, these as a B section, sing the song again, and the children have experienced ABA form. So the Little Valentine game is little, but it packs a lot of learning into one activity. And we end with Skinnamarink, which is our goodbye song, and again, very appropriate for Valentine's Day. So that is Pre-K, week 1 of February, lesson 20. Now I'm going to share the kindergarten lesson for week 1 of February. This is lesson 20. And as we always have, we have the outlines here. This looks like a lot, but because things are short, they'll go by quick. Or I can statements. And there's a real focus in this lesson on fast and slow. So sing the echoes to welcome to music. Keep the beat with musical priest. It's a fun piece of music and find different ways to keep the beat. I have to wait till it comes in because I can't feel the beat myself. So ask for student leaders and they can lead the class. I call this playing copycat, and kids really enjoy doing it. This fiddler was only 14 when he recorded that recording. Great job. Instrument rhythm, number 1. And this one, again, it's just an echo for your students. Drum, shaker, shaker. Kids echo. Then I clap it and do body percussion with it, and then I will label as ta and titi. If you don't use ta and titi, just skip that part, stop the video, and teach the children your names that you use. Groundhog Day always catches me by surprise. February the 2nd is always really early. So the song that we've created at the request of kindergarten teachers is an echo song. So they don't have to remember or learn a whole bunch of lyrics. They just simply echo. And it talks about how if it's sunny, the groundhog sees his shadow, winter will stay. If it's cloudy, no shadow, spring will come soon. So you could use this groundhog song in other grades if you feel that Groundhog Day is something that you do want to celebrate with your kids. Now, Paige's Train is a really, really good reading song. If you have ORF instruments, you could actually have kids accompany with a simple bourdon. If I'm doing C and G on Paige's train runs so fast, can't see nothing but the looking glass, I can accompany that song with a C and G bourdon. So that's, again, great way to introduce your little ones to the ORF instruments, show them how to correctly hold mallets, how to keep a steady beat. And for kindergarten, for your littles, just a simple bourdon accompanying songs is perfect. Now, the game is to have kids go through a tunnel that you make with arms. Well, that's not going to work during COVID. So make a tunnel with chairs and then have the kids 6 feet apart go through the tunnel, and they sing the song slowly and they move slowly like a train. Then they sing fast and they move fast like a fast train. So if no singing is allowed, use the recording if you're in person. If you're on Zoom, you can have them move at home like a slow train while they sing, or like a fast train while they sing. This is one of the kids' all-time favorite songs. I would do it even in person if the kids can't sing, because I make up movements for it. Choo, 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 there's the hot dog coming through. Choo, 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 choo. So I would just have them do the movements with the song if I'm in person. If you're on Zoom, teach them the song. This is so funny. There's a good punchline in the song, and you'll enjoy it too. Then we have them do the interactive fast-slow game. And if they get the answers right, they have to scroll down to number 15 to find it. If they get the answers right, the fella that's in the dunk tank gets dunked. So is it slow or is it fast? And I think that one was slow. And I won't go through the whole game, but the kids do really enjoy the fast-slow game. And then the singing game Willoughby. This one, because it involves joining hands, isn't going to work for either Zoom or in person. So adapt. Choose a leader and have that leader create a movement and then have everybody copy their movements. In person, same thing. Choose a leader, play the recording, and have everybody copy the leader's movements. Kids like copy the leader games. If 100 Day falls this month instead of last month, I introduced the song last week, but I included the song this week because every school starts a little bit different time. So 100 Day is never in exactly the same place in every school. Review it. Last week we suggested making pom-poms out of 100 pieces of paper and then creating movement with the pom-poms to the song. And some simple movement suggestions were given. And I end kindergarten with Skinnamarink as well. So that's the kindergarten lesson for week 1 of February. And that's lesson 20 in our lesson series. So I'm going to introduce you now to the grade 1 lesson for February week 1. This is lesson 20 in our lesson series. We have just finished up doing Peter and the Wolf with the grade 1s. So now we're back to song and activity-based lessons. So we're going to keep the beat with Chic. We're going to do a guessing game, read some rhythm and solfa, do Michael Rowe, Black History Month. This is a good chance for your little ones to learn a spiritual. Rick-a-jig-jig, create movement. Un, deux, trois, create movement. So 2 fun songs for movement. This is especially helpful for the in-person teachers. If you can't sing, you can still move. So sing the echoes for Welcome to Music. Now keep the beat. And here I have a demonstration of what the copycat game looks like. My first leader was not anywhere near the beat. So this is a really good way to actually assess whether or not your students keep the beat. Now this guy had a nice steady beat. So play the music and have your kids play the music. So I've given you the audio track. You don't have to watch other kids. Just have your own kids be leaders, create movement, whatever they think of. And it's good beat keeping practice. So I've started Little Tommy Tittlemouse guessing game with the note highlight videos. If the kids are already reading So, Me, and La, have them sing through the solfa. If they don't, have them watch it. And those little sponges are going to start absorbing it. And the beginning of the note highlights video simply highlights how the notes go higher and lower. And so I have kids show with their arms.
Little Tommy Tittlemouse.
Show with your arms how the notes go higher and lower.
Lived in a little.
And it goes on from showing the lyrics to showing the solfa. And if they can read the solfa, by all means do. Here's a demonstration of how the game is, but of course we have to adapt everything this year. So if you're on Zoom, choose a guesser who hides eyes. Choose another student to be Tommy Tittlemouse. Sing the song. At the end of the song, Tommy Tittlemouse sings, Who am I? And the guesser gets 3 guesses to try to guess who sang alone. If you're in person, play the recording instead of singing. And the child who is Tommy Tittlemouse will say, Who am I? Say it instead of singing. Is it 1 sound or 2? This is a really good interactive activity. I would have the kids clap the words first and then go over it 1 beat at a time. Little, 1 sound or 2? 2. Tommy, Tiddle, Mouse. So ear training for your grade 1s. And then if you have not already done so, this is an opportunity to label these rhythms with whatever rhythm names you use. If you use do days, do day, do day, do day, do. 2 sounds on a beat is a TT. 1 sound on a beat is a ta. Use whatever language you want. And if you want to extend this, if you have a longer class or a second lesson in the week, there's creative patterns. Make a rhythm pattern with animals. Bear, bear, lion, bear. I can make that. And suggestions for what to do with your activities. Reflect on your performance. And of course, if you want to use creative process for that, you do. Create a new 4-beat rhythm pattern. This is particularly good for using as an ostinato. 4-beat ostinatos are great for kids. So have one side of the room sing Little Tommy Tittlemouse. The other side perform the ostinato. I'm going to pat, clap, clap, pat, pat. Little Tommy Tittlemouse lived in a little house. Someone's knocking, me oh my. Someone's calling, who am I? And when they get really good, they can do like I did and do it both at the same time. So this is a really good possibility for extensions that you can do with the song. We learn a little bit about Michael Rowe. Long ago, spirituals were sung by slaves as they worked. And then we learn to sing Michael Rowe, The Boat Ashore, in person, listen to the song, then discuss how music is used in different ways by people all over the world. In this case, it's a spiritual. It came out of slavery. That might be a hard one to explain to first graders. It's so unthinkable. But you can certainly skip it again if you want. So I have a kid's demo of how Rig-a-Jig-Jig is played. So with this one, I start just in place. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a friend of mine I chanced to meet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go. Rig-a-jig-jig and away we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. And then I choose one person who goes around the circle. They find a partner. Now, that doesn't work during COVID. So in Zoom, everybody partners with the teacher. And instead of just walking down the street, why don't you try, as I was jumping down the street, or as I was swaying down the street, down the street, down the street, and do it that way. I think that would be a wonderful idea. It would get kids up off the screen. In person, you could just say the words, as I was walking down the street, or as I was jumping down the street, as I was hopping down the street on one foot. At least the kids are getting some exercise. So again, there's a kid's demo given for un, deux, trois. I think if you find something to use for rhythm sticks, kids can do this alone without a partner and they'll have fun. So have them take 7 steps forward, then 7 steps back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it, instead of a dance with a partner, it becomes a movement with sticks. If they're at home and they don't have sticks, 2 spoons. So that is the grade 1 lesson, February week 1. It's lesson 20 in our lesson series. I am going to grade 2 in our online lesson modules. And grade 2 lesson 20 is for February week 1. As in all our lesson modules, we list the concepts, we do an outline. In this case, there's some rhythm flashcards given as part of the first activity. And we have objectives, I can statements for them. So I can listen and echo rhythms during Welcome to Music. You must be getting tired of it by now. So you try playing the song and clapping a rhythm pattern that the kids echo.
Welcome to music, glad you're here, glad you're here. Gonna do some singing, gonna do some singing, gonna use our ears, gonna use our ears,
etc. Lots of taws and rests with that song because there's a little swing in it. So a hand jive to Love Grows Under the Wild Oak Tree. So hand jive is pat, pat, clap, clap. Under, over, pound, pound, hitch, hike. Love grows under the wild oak tree. Sugar melts like candy. Top of the mountain shines like gold. As you hug your little fella, kinda handy. And then on the dreams, dreams sweet, dreams, I just do a wave under the old oak tree. You can make different moves, or if you have scarves, you could have them move with scarves. I'm sure there's lots of ideas you'll come up with. So you can do the movement to this, whether you're Zoom or whether you're in person. If you're in person, play the recording. If you're on Zoom, sing the song. Now we're going to learn about the song Gitsi Gawkamum. It was written by Connie Tailfeathers, and she is from southern Alberta and is from the Blackfoot Nation. The Blackfoot Nation is actually southern Alberta and northern Montana. There's Blackfoot or Blackfeet in both. In the song, the words Gitsi Gawkamum means I love you or I honor you. And the word Na'a is mother. So I honor you, mother, or I love you, mother. And seems appropriate for this time at Valentine's Day. This link will take you to a website for kids. I use the term Blackfoot Nation. On this website, they do use a term that's outdated in Canada, but apparently not outdated in the US. So decide if you want to show that or not. It does have some really good information about the Blackfoot Nation. And then we're going to learn to sing the song, listen to a line, then sing it back. That's the easiest way to learn non-English songs. Then pause. Gitsi Gawkamum na. Now listen and then pause again. Gitsi Gawkamum na. So you can do all the rote teaching simply using the video. If you're Zoom or in person, you choose non-pitched instruments. And this is one time when I've always allowed the children to choose whatever instrument they want. And it's really fun to see the kids get to explore an instrument that in 3 or 4 years of school, they've never gotten to try before. They just love it. This demonstrates a stick game. This stick game was made up by one of my classes, and you can use my stick game or you can create a new one. I simply did Gitsi Gawkamum and on the I passed. Can't pass because we can't share materials, so it's going to be set down and pick up. Far more creative and meaningful to your students if you have them create their own stick patterns. Again, if you've got kids at home and they don't have sticks, give them spoons. If you're in person, hopefully you have dowels or rhythm sticks or lummy sticks or something. I Sent a Valentine is a chase game. I sent a valentine to my love, and on the way I dropped it. A little doggy picked it up and put him in his pocket. So it's like a tisket, a tasket. Adapt for Zoom. You could do the challenge. Choose 2 students who stand up, you sing the song, or you play the recording. And the challenge might be do 5 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they sit down. First one to sit down wins. And all the other kids on Zoom are going to be watching to see if they actually did win. You can also do this in person. Gets the kids up, gives them a stretch. If you are in person, if you can, right now it's 20 below in Alberta, so I don't think this is a good idea in Alberta. But if you are in a place with nicer weather, go outside, play it as a race game. Sing the song and then race to a designated finish line. Wears them out and gives them some good exercise. This is a sea shanty. In the previous week's lessons, we had a video that introduced the genre of sea shanties, and we review Haul on the Bow Line in this week's lesson, and then the music time is over. So that's the grade 2 lesson, lesson 20 for February week 1. I'm going to go to the grade 3 lesson, lesson 20 for February week 1. It's here. And here's our concepts. We're going to work on beat, form, instruments, rhythm, and timbre of instruments. We've got a song, Love Somebody, and I love this lesson. I hope you love it as much as I do. We're going to do body percussion and we're going to do instruments with it. And then favorite reg. Pirate song will not work so well in person. So focus if you're in person on the love somebody and the favorite reg. Here's our I can statements. So first, watch how the kids play Love Somebody. They've done it as a chase game, and I've given my same adaptations for what you can do if you can't do a chase game where you're actually tagging kids. And then I've taken the rhythm of the song. I'm going to go to Beta because Beta does these lessons. The formatting is a little bit nicer on the lessons. So I'm going to go to learning modules, which is soon going to be called lesson modules. I'm going to grade 3, and here is grade 3 lesson 20. And as you can see, all the windows are bigger, which I want for this activity. I can make them full screen, or maybe I can't, but I want them bigger so you can see. So the first thing, we're going to do body percussion, but I want you to start by reading the words of the song and then read the rhythms of the song. So let's read together. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. Now I'd like you to read the rhythms, and you can use do's and do days, whatever you use. But my language is tots and TTs, so I'm going to use mine. T T T T T T ta. T T T T T T ta. T T T T T T ta. T T ticka ticka T T ta. And by this time in grade 3, I would have done Tidio. I would have done several other songs where I would have taught ticka ticka to the students. If you haven't, good time to teach it. You can do it. If you ever talk about phrase form, one thing they'll notice with this song is it's this, this, and this. Are there any phrases that are the same or similar, boys and girls? Well, look at that. That's the same as that. And it's the same as that. So it would be A, B. And to indicate phrase form, we use lowercase letters. Sectional form is uppercase letters. So here is our rhythm fun 2. We're going to stomp the first TT. Let's try it. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. Okay, let's try adding a pat on beat 2. Here we go. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. Oh, that was fun. Now we're going to add some claps to it. Here we go. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. Oh, isn't that fun? Is there anything more we can add? Well, look at that. We're going to add a snap on beat 4 of the A phrase. Here we go. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody. Oh, I messed up. Last phrase. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. I want to do that again because I can get it right. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. So tricky, but fun to do. And I have to credit Artie Almeida for this idea. Her book, I believe it's Percussion Parade, or else it's drums, shakes, mallet skins. I can't remember the name of it. But Artie Almeida has done this before, not with this song, but she's done it with others, where she does the body percussion first and then transfers to an instrument. Now, I'm in my office without a whole bunch of instruments, so I'm going to desk drum for the drum. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. If you're in person and you have enough instruments to divvy your kids into 4 groups, give one group drums, one group metals, one group woods, one group shakes and scrapes. And then when we come to the second one, now we're going to have drums and metals. Now I can't do metals, so I'm going to do my drums on the side of my desk. I'm going to do the metals on the top on my little yoga mat practice pad. I'm going to do what comes next? Next is the woods. I'm going to do that on the rim of my desk. If I put this down a little, you might be able to see it. Yes, and the snaps, I'm going to click sticks. So instead of drum, metal, woods, and drums, metals, woods, and scrapes, I'm going to do it all with desk drums. Side, top, rim, click. Side, top, rim, click. So let's do as far as we've got here. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. So a little bit tricky for me, but that's good. It takes some practice. So the final one, if you have 4 different instruments out with your kids, group 1 will do beat 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Or you can alternate using the buckets, side of the bucket, top of the bucket, rim of the bucket, click sticks. Let's try together. Here we go. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, but I won't tell who. And so that is a very fun way to do Tidy-O. Or sorry, I didn't do Tidy-O. I did Love Somebody. Especially if you're in person, can't sing, but even on Zoom, your kids are just going to love that activity. Now, this pirate song is fun. I've always really enjoyed it. When I did it with the Red Deer Children's Choir, we did yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Yo ho, a sailing on the sea in our chorus. You can make up whatever moves you want. I think if you're in person, you're going to have to just skip it and go to the cup game. This is Favorite Rag by Scott Joplin. So if you want something to do for Black History Month, this is a great activity. The cup game is very easy, and we teach it step by step in the video, and then we learn about the composer Scott Joplin. So lovely lesson for 3rd grade. This is lesson 20, February week 1. And we're going to look at grade 4. Grade 4 has something new and really, really exciting. So last week we introduced basketball rhythms. I want the kids to find a ball and copy the rhythms again. This is, I think, a new routine for them. Now, last week I was trying to give an interactive xylophone and the melody separately and having the kids combine screens. We made a new interactive that has the melody and the xylophone, and I can launch it and make it full screen. I can choose my song. So if I want to work on sidestep, I can jump right to sidestep. The kids can go through all 38 songs if they wish. So this song sidestep, I'm going to go G, A, B, A, G, A, B. Now I'm using the trackpad or the mouse, but if I want to, if I show keyboard controls, do you see the numbers there? Instead of using the mouse to press the G, I can use the number 5. And it's very responsive. So the programmers have outdone themselves with this. You can continue teaching the children how to play the recorder or how to read the recorder melodies and play them on a xylophone. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Now, I've talked about improvising a variation for hot cross buns. And one way to create a variation is to change the rhythm. Instead of playing B, A, G, you might play 2 of each note. You might play 2 of some notes and just 1 of the others. So use the keyboard to try some variations. So instead of just B, A, G, I'm going to try and experiment with it. Of course, if I have recorders, I'll do exactly the same thing. I love doing theme and variations with the kids. You can open the melody tool. Level 5 has the BAG, and then I could try composing B, 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 A, G, 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 and then I can play it back. So my first preference of what to do with 4th grade would be to actually teach them how to play the recorder. I love this instrument, but if you can't, you can't. This is what you do instead. So I'm going to go back to the learning modules, and I'm going to show you grade 5 and middle school. I actually have been doing the same lesson in grade 5 and middle school. Okay, lesson 20. I've gone further ahead in grade 5 and middle school and finished up the lessons to where we started in March. So I'm sorry. We're going to learn about Duke Ellington and Count Basie. First, we're going to review the Scooby-Doo song. I love this song. This song is a great composition, and I do it like this, snapping. Then high Scoobies, Scooby. I'm not there yet. High Scoobies, I show with my hands up high. Low Scoobies, I lower my hands. And then I step on the rest. Feet do step and my hands do clap. My fingers are a-clicking and my arms do flap. I turn around and around I go. I'm moving down, then up real slow. So, beautiful song. This class shows how they can play the ostinato parts on instruments, and then they stand up to sing. So if you're allowed to play Orff instruments, that's a great alternative. And here's all the parts for them to practice with a virtual xylophone. That one we don't have in one. We've only done the recorded melodies. Now in grade 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, we're going to learn about Duke Ellington. So the video goes through vocabulary, a lesson, and then there is a review of the lesson. You can have students complete the lesson assessment or use this as discussion questions. Now, the listening assessment suggests take the A train, so we link to take the A train. Then we do the same thing for Count Basie. We watch the video to learn about Count Basie, complete or discuss the worksheet. The listening selection will be jumping at the wood side, so we'll try and answer those questions after watching the performance. And again, for these jazz worksheets, up here in supporting resources, you have a teacher guide for Duke Ellington. You have a teacher guide for Count Basie. That gives you the answers to all the questions. So that's the grade 5 and the middle school module for February week 1. I'm Denise Gagne. Thank you for doing this very quick lesson overview of February week 1 lessons with me.